How may I help you?
I want to open a staking account.
The chairman awaits you.
Welcome to GSB. Here are your staking options. Are you ready for staking? Now you are ready.
Hello, everyone. This is Daniel Higgins coming to you with our Wealth Boost Worldwide mission to provide individuals worldwide with the tools to enhance their lives, achieve their dreams, and build massive wealth. You know what? We are salespeople and we are a sales team. We do not sell products, goods, or services. We sell people on the infinite possibility of their lives and the power of their dreams. We sell people on never giving up because we know this is a noble cause. You're a guest on the line today. Get back with the person sharing this great information with you. Thank you so much.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, this is Daniel Higgins coming to you live. Let me go ahead and make sure my audio is working the way it should be. All right, we're good. All right, hey, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Just depends on where you're at in this awesome world we live in. We got some people hanging out from Canada. What's going on, Richard James? What's going on, Timothy Hall? So good morning, everybody. Hello, or good night, or good afternoon. Just depends on where you're at, right? So, guys, I wanted to chat with you. Of course, I had to do that Wealth Boost Worldwide overview because we are doing things differently than any other entity that I've ever been exposed to. But let's take a deep breath because I'm excited. And I want to say, everything starts with the dream. If you have something that you're passionate about, if you have a dream that you're trying to pursue, that you're actively moving towards, or if you have a dream that's dormant within you, we want to dust that thing off and breathe new life in it, right? So if there's something that you're passionate about, something that keeps you up late at night, that wakes you up early in the morning, whatever that is, it could be time freedom, it could be financial freedom, it could be debt freedom, whatever you're passionate about and what you're trying to chase for your goal and your dream, we want to help facilitate that goal and dream. So we're going to talk about being bold today. We're going to talk about some key things that just jumped out at me as I'm reading this book, How Rich People Think by Stephen Siebold. Okay, this book will jack you up if you have a dream and if you have a passion, if you have something you're chasing and you're reading information and bringing in information to yourself to help you get towards that goal and that dream. Man, I'm telling you, that book is definitely a good one to pick up. Now, one thing I have to say is that we have to exchange our thoughts. We have to. We have to exchange thoughts that no longer serve us. We have to exchange thoughts that are not helping us go towards that dream and that goal that we talked about earlier, right? So if it's time freedom, if it's financial freedom, if it's being able to spend all the time you need with that loved one that might be ailing or older, right? There's certain things that you cannot purchase, cannot buy, and money, putting yourself in the way of the cash flow so that you can create more income, will help you facilitate those things that you have within your mind's eye and within your heart, right? So one huge thing that I loved as I was reading this book, there was a comment that was made and it really, really jumped out at me. There were several comments, but I'm going to hone in on two comments that were made in the book that was just, man. So both fortune and love befriend the bold, okay? So you want to be bold, you want to move forward. Now, here is something that he mentioned, and it just jumped out at me, and I have to share this because this is just good information. Once the world-class thinker uncovers secret to amassing wealth, he can never rejoin the mainstream society. Why is that so? Why is that thought so jumping out at me? Is because to be bold, you have to stand apart. All right. And in this part of the book, he talks about, man, your family members are probably thinking you're crazy. Why are you spending time doing this? Why are you spending time doing that? What you're doing doesn't align with mainstream society. You know, it's amazing because we just had we've had several webinars today, right? We've had several tool training today. We've had several exposures to great information from great leaders, right? And these wonderful leaders may have come from mainstream. They may have real estate background, over 20 years of real estate, and they're seeing something in this business entity called GS Partners and Wealth Builds Worldwide that they haven't seen in mainstream society before. And that's what's drawing them in, because they're bold, they're different, they're set apart, they're thinking differently, they're open to being criticized. That was another thing he talked about. When you are bold and you're moving towards something and you're doing something that hasn't been done before and you're moving in a different way, different than mainstream, guess what? You may be discredited, you may be or attacked, right? Or you may be talked about, right? Because you're not huddled up and thinking the same as a group of other people. So you're going to end up standing out. You're going to start looking weird because you're not following mainstream. You're like, man, I see that people around me have not created financial freedom, but now I'm seeing these wealth builders over here and they're retiring early. They have time freedom. They have financial freedom. They've been able to travel the world. They buy one-way tickets. They're paying off houses early. They're swiping their cards to buy cars instead of financing it. They're bold. What's going on over there? Okay. And let me double check, make sure that my video audio is still coming through. All right, I'm still coming through. So listen, the bold, both fortune and love befriend the bold. I got that straight out of that book, How Rich People Think. So I'm going to encourage you today to be bold. I'm going to encourage you to exchange your thoughts. Now, another thing that I love, that there's another book by Mr. Steven Stebo. It's talking a lot about world-class thinkers, and this is kind of in the same vein. But it's just, you got to exchange those old way of thinking for what's coming up and what's new. If we share with you an opportunity that has never been done before, if we tell you there's an ecosystem that's coming together and there's several pieces that are already in place and people are creating financial freedom from themselves and time freedom, you have an option to either be bold or stick with the pack. You have an option of joining us and connecting with us in a free registration, right? How much boldness does it take to register for free? I mean, come on. How much boldness does it take to hear a bunch of people who are financially free? How much boldness does it take to actually hear from someone who's actually having success in something, share it with you? Come on. But once again, You might be connected to the mainstream, right? And you may want to reevaluate that. You need to. Everybody does. And of course, I'm reading Fake by Robert Kiyosaki, and he was talking about his rich dad and his poor dad. His rich dad followed the mainstream society. His poor dad followed the mainstream society, right? So the poor dad had the degrees, but when you look around, he did not amass wealth with those degrees. Nothing wrong with the degree. I got 2 of my own. So we're not actually attacking the institution of education. We're realizing that education should be used to fuel you towards financial freedom. And traditional education does not do that, right? And as long as you're aware of that and you go into it knowing that, hey, listen, this traditional path doesn't lead to wealth, but I can use those lessons towards building wealth, then, hey, we're all good, right? But his poor dad didn't go through the mainstream society. He had to adapt. His father passed away. He had to adapt. He had to grow. He had to be a business owner. He had to make moves that other society people weren't doing. So once again, once that world-class thinker uncovers the secret to amassing wealth, they can never rejoin mainstream society. So that's why we're bold. We are set apart. We're doing things differently. And we want to encourage you to do things differently. Creating passive income is not a normal conversation that most people have day to day, which is sad, but we should have that conversation. The bold are doing that. The bold are sharing information. They're encouraging people. They're educating people. Every time we come online, we're trying to educate people. You think we're trying to sell you something, and I understand why you think that, because that's an old way of thinking. That's what mainstream wants you to think. Oh, this person's online, they're trying to sell me something. Understood. There's nothing wrong with selling something, and there's nothing wrong with salespeople. I've been a sales associate. I've been a sales leader. I'm in sales. I know about it. Yes, all that's good. But we're educating you on something that's an option for you. Take the bold choice, get connected with who's sharing this information with you. Because listen, when we share that nothing else compares to this ecosystem, we're not being overly verbose. We're actually kind of trying to dumb things down or water things down, because this thing is huge. Imagine being at the beginning of something and you can see it. That's what leaders do. That's what the bold do. They see into the future and they're like, man, I see that down the road. And they try and gather as many people to join that party, to join that thing that's being launched with as many people as possible. Every single success story I've read, that person has a glimpse of their future or has an idea that's in the future, and they're working day to day to bring that future to the now. They got something inside of them. They're bold about it. They're passionate about it. They can't be stopped because they know that that thing that's within them is going to happen. They know it. They have a knowing, they have an experience with something within them that they can't hold back. They got to share it. They can't stop sharing it. They can't stop sharing it. They're bold. They're different. They're set apart. I love this content, guys. If you haven't gotten this book, absolutely get this book. It is, you need to exchange your thoughts. You need to exchange those old ways of thinking. So we come to you and we say, hey, listen, you could exchange, not spend, you could exchange $100 and acquire real estate, commercial real estate in Dubai. And your old filter comes in and tries to rip away what we're sharing. Your logic comes in and tries to rip away. So we started with the dream. We talked about time freedom. We talked about financial freedom. We talked about debt freedom. those amazing goals, that dream that you have within you. That's possible here. Is it possible with your job? Is time freedom possible with your job? Is financial freedom possible with your job? Nothing against jobs. Do what you got to do and take that income, that cash flow from that employer and move it towards attaining assets that continue to pay you over and over and over. And I love what Richard James from Canada said. Share, share, share. Joseph Haidt, that is the founder of our Gold Standard Partners conglomerate, Gold Standard Partners group. You need to understand, it's Gold Standard Partners and it's Gold Standard Partners group. You're going to learn more and more about that. There are lots of business entities connected and feeding into this global ecosystem. I'm a business management major, so when I see all those different layers, I'm like, man, woo, 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 woo. That's all I can say about that part, right? But he said, share, share, share. Joseph Haidt has found a way to solve a world poverty. And he's right on point. Richard James Canada knows what he's talking about. He's one of our amazing leaders in Canada and taking care of business. And I love that, Timothy Hall. That's so true. Your job will finance your freedom. Nothing against jobs. Do them and have that cash flow finance your freedom. We have a very clear point of view here. We're not trying to tell you to jump off what you're currently doing. We're trying to actually enhance your life and improve you from where you're at right now. So be bold. Connect with the person sharing this information with you. You get back with Richard James. You get back with Timothy Hall, right? Get their free, listen to this, get their free registration link. You know, this is almost like a joke because business owners, they spend and they get into so much debt just to open the doors of a building, of a business. They leverage or go into debt. They take out second mortgages on their homes, right? And there's nothing, I have nothing against that because, like I said before, you got a dream, you're going to chase that dream. You're going to be bold. You're not going to be conventional. You're going to do what needs to be done to get to that goal. What's great about this is you can actually complete a free registration, move towards exchanging $300 to position yourself to create passive residual income all around the world. I just mentioned that Richard James is hanging out with us in Canada. We're in over 120 countries. We started with the dream and we're going to end with the dream tonight. If you are chasing financial freedom, debt freedom, time freedom, whatever your goal is, your goal might be to add a wing to a hospital that helps save your life. Your goal might be to do something to empower people who are dealing with cancers. I don't know what your goal is, but there's a goal within you. There's some kind of a passion that's within you. It might be connected to your kids. You might want them to have a better life. You might want to improve their lifestyle or your own lifestyle. I don't know what your dream is. All I know is that I'm surrounded by wealth builders worldwide that are chasing their dream. Many of them have already attained financial freedom and they're maintaining it with this Gold Standard Partner system. Listen, this is a tool. When you have a dream, you attract and grab tools to help you get towards your goal. And you leverage and use that tool because you're bold and you're like, man, I'm moving forward, right? I'm moving forward. Yeah, absolutely. Home-based business, $300. Are you kidding me? Who else does this? Now I'm telling you guys, absolutely. There's other businesses, right? We know that. We know there's other businesses. What makes this unique is that this global ecosystem has never been done before. When you hear from a real estate professional of over 20 years gets super excited about this organization because now he sees that there's no flaws in acquiring global real estate, commercial real estate in Dubai, and having the flexibility of having cryptocurrency that's going to increase in value, and have that flexibility and that dependability of having the blockchain remove all of the things that he had as obstacles when he is very successful in real estate. You should get excited. When there's people who are already financially free in millionaire status that are attracted to this business model because they see it as a way to amass more wealth for themselves and for their family, you should get excited. When there's single mothers and single fathers and there's people supporting their families with this organization, you should get excited. What's in it for you? Be bold, connect with the person sharing this information with you. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to uncover the secret to amassing wealth. And you're going to realize that you can't rejoin mainstream society. The normal norms and systems have failed us. They definitely have failed the dreamer, because the dreamer does things different. The bold do things different. And I'm encouraging you to be bold today. Take that first step, get back with the person sharing this information with you. Chase your dream. Notice, I'm not saying chase my dream. I'm saying chase your dream. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging out today, tonight, this afternoon, depending on where you're at in this awesome world we're living in. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. Thank you for everybody joining. I will see you guys on the next live stream, which will be Friday night and Saturday night. And then we'll come back to the swing of things on Monday. Okay. I try and go live around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Life does happen. Things do happen. But we're not going to quit. We're not going to give up on people. We're always wanting to support and help people as much as possible, right? So we want you to have great success. We want you to close out this 2021 strong, real strong. Thank you so much, Richard James. I definitely appreciate that, sir. Definitely from you, especially such a great leader. You are taking care of business in Canada. Listen, guys, the relationships you're gonna make in Wealth Builders Worldwide, man, that's a whole nother live stream. So I'm gonna get off that because I can talk about that for another hour. So I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, thank you guys for hanging out today, tonight, this afternoon. I feel like this is like my third close. Hey, charge it to my heart, not my head. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy connecting with people. I cannot wait for us to have a live event and just connect with our family face to face, globally and face to face, because we have so many amazing individuals. Wealth Builders Worldwide is a team of over 40,000 people, and you have no idea how much love and support you're going to receive from this amazing organization. You do not know. You can't know. It's impossible to know until you experience it and know. All right. Let me leave it right there. You guys will get me talking a whole lot more, which I obviously enjoy doing. All right. Thank you guys. You guys get back with the person sharing this with you. I love that comment that, oh my gosh, Stephen Seabold is expanding my mind. All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys on the next live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time.